The NFL never fails to surprise its millions of ardent fans. Each week, some teams go out and do the expected, while others spring surprises. Then there are those that lead to disappointments. In worst-case scenarios, fans either sulk or end up fighting with rival fans. All of this makes up for the entertainment from the game of football. In the NFL Week 3, all of those were in ample supply. Some favorites, such as the San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, and the Cincinnati Bengals, lost close battles. But other playoff hopefuls, such as the Houston Texans, Miami Dolphins, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ended up embarrassed. Then there were some surprises along the way. Sam Darnold and Justin Fields continued to add to their bids to become starting franchise quarterbacks, while other highly regarded young quarterbacks fizzled in as team and individual play came into question. With so many variables, this NFL season is turning out to be a nail-biter. Standout performers. This category firmly belongs to two individuals. Sam Darnold was supposed to be a backup quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings this season. But the season-ending injury to J.J. McCarthy changed that situation. Over the first 3 games, Darnold has thrown a league-leading 8 touchdowns, forcing many to consider him to be a franchise quarterback in the making. Then, the NFL world witnessed the rise of Jayden Daniels. Throwing 2 touchdowns and running in 1, he kept the pace with Joe Burrow and the mighty Cincinnati Bengals to come away with a famous win. He proved some analysts right who said he was better than Caleb Williams. Quarterbacks who lived up to expectations. Justin Fields was expected to back up Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson. An injury to his much more illustrious teammate played into his hands as he has led the Pittsburgh Steelers to 3 straight victories. After being pedestrian at best in his first 2 games, Fields threw for 245 yards as he grew confident in the Steelers' system. The Buffalo Bills were expected to take a step back this season. After all, one cannot replace the production of a plethora of Pro Bowl talent without adding anyone significant. The defense has played very well to prove their front office was right. But more importantly, Josh Allen is playing at an unreal level. His efforts to capitalize on every opportunity have the Bills leading the league in points differential. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs won their first away game of the season against the Atlanta Falcons. Though they didn't play like the same team that won back-to-back Super Bowls, they still managed to win and go 3-0 up. Despite throwing an interception, Mahomes did his job throwing for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. Geno Smith and the Seahawks have slowly creeped up the ladders. They haven't been tested yet, but so far have maintained a flawless 3-0 record. The Seattle defense stepped up and didn't allow the Dolphins to score a touchdown. Underperformers. The Dallas Cowboys lost a close game as Dak Prescott played a brilliant fourth quarter. But it was too little too late as the defense put them on the back foot from the first whistle. Derrick Henry gave upcoming Cowboys opponents proof that they cannot contain the run. Jerry Jones's all-in statement is looking every bit as iffy as it could with every passing week. The 49ers lost a close battle, which added to their injury woes. The Dolphins are in prayer mode as they hope Tua Tagovailoa comes back healthy. C.J. Stroud and his Houston Texans received a much-needed wake-up call. Will Levis continue to spike up his head coach's blood pressure? Analysts and fans feel sorry for Caleb Williams. Lastly, the Browns, well, they are the Browns. Brock Purdy played an amazing game but fell short against a gutsy Rams offense. It looks like C.J. Stroud might need some pep talk himself that he gave to Caleb Williams last week. He threw 2 interceptions against the Vikings and completed only 20 passes out of 31. Dolphins are just hoping that Tua Tagovailoa gets back healthy quickly. Otherwise, they might be looking at a painfully slow season ahead. Serious concerns. The Cincinnati Bengals have a lot to think about after dropping their 3rd straight game. The defense could not hold up against a rookie quarterback after all the trash talk they have been throwing around. Their run game is non-existent, and some star players need to take accountability. Joe Burrow cannot win games by himself. Terrible is the word to describe the Jacksonville Jaguars. They invested a lot into shoring up their offense and defense, but nothing is working for them as they are the league's joint worst team. Alarmingly, $270 million Trevor Lawrence is probably forcing his GM to hide inside a closet. All in all, teams are doing enough to throw season predictions from analysts and fans into the lake. Fantasy draft players and those placing bets might have to hold back until the season normalizes. As in Week 3 of this NFL season, surprise is the word that comes to mind. If this continues, expect ratings to lead to an all-time high.